So welcome to this kind of quick put together episode of special edition of E equals MC Bourbon. Chuck and I were bourbon hunting today down here in Louisville, and we lucked out and we got a bottle of Stagg Jr Batch 15. So we knew that we personally wanted to taste it, even though Brian's not here. And wanted to let you guys know what we thought about it, because we know that some of you guys are out hunting for this because you really like the Stagg Juniors, and to just give you our thoughts. Is it worth picking up, or is it not as good as some of the previous versions? Now, a little behind the scenes, before we did this, we did drink my batch 12 that I have on the shelf behind me that is getting low, and it's very, very sad, to kind of remember what the Stagg Jr tastes like. So our palates are nice and warmed up and everything like that. So we are excited to try 15 and see if it's as good as my 12.
So you've had 12. I had last year's batch, which was batch 14.
Well, and this is actually
really liked
2020 batch 2.
Correct.
It was the final
December.
Yeah,
late December.
So right off that nose is delicious.
Brown
sugar with spice on the back, and I mean, we're talking 131.1 proof, so you're going to get some of that alcohol in the nose.
I like that though. I mean, especially for that proof, still that sweet note, sugar.
Mm-hmm. But it's not like a good example, same price range, everything like that. It's not like the Elijah Craig's. The Elijah Craig, I can sniff one of the Elijah Craig's, and I'm not going to get a big proof or a big ethanol note. So the proof kind of hides in there. Okay. I smell this, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be a high proof. I'm getting excited. So on first taste, normal bourbon flavors.
Some cherry,
caramel, vanilla. Whew. But that finish, it's one that gets you down in the belly, all the way down. You're feeling it. At first I was like, there's actually not that bad of a finish, and then there's actually, I'd say, like a 2-second gap between the palate and the finish, and the fire just turns on.
It's warming.
Yes,
this would be a good winter whiskey.
Oh yeah, this is one that like you drink and like you might have to take the sweatshirt off after a while because you're starting to heat up. It's good.
Second, third sips here, it's starting to open up a bit as far as the palate. Initially, I was first couple sips wasn't getting much. It just transitioned into that the peppery finish, and now the palate's getting a little bit more of those traditional bourbon notes, so the caramel and that cherry still coming through.
Now I'm going to do a little trick that I've learned along the way. I'm going to put a little bit of water in my mouth, and then I'm going to sip the bourbon. So what that'll do is, an easy way to find other flavors in bourbon is to add some water and proof it down, but I don't want to do that to this. So what I'll do is I'll just proof it down in my mouth, which makes it so it doesn't affect the whiskey itself.
A little bit of cinnamon, baking spice on that finish.
That changed it so much. With a little bit of water, it is a honey, leather, cherry bomb. The harshness of the high proof kind of goes away, and it just opens it up to all these wonderful flavors. I like the high proof, but occasionally I want to experience all the stuff that's hiding back there too.
Where do you sit between this and batch 12?
Honestly, I like batch 12 a little bit more. Now that might be because it's lower, it's opened up, everything like that. It's still a really good bourbon. My recommendation would be to buy it if you see it,
of course.
But for batch 15, I'm not going to say go hunt it. Like,
that's kind of where I'm at. Like, if you don't have a Stagg Jr, I'd probably still be on the hunt.
Yeah,
just to get that on the shelf. But if you already had one, and obviously if you see it on the shelf, go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
But probably wouldn't be on the hunt.
Yeah, and it's definitely not one that I'm gonna like go buy it off the secondary or pay.
So this MSRP is about $60.
Yeah, so. And yeah, it's one of those $60 all day long. It's really good. I'm also not gonna, if a liquor store has it for I've seen it a couple places in Louisville for $100. I'm not gonna spend that. It maybe batch 12 I would, but again, there's so many good bourbons out there. It is a good bourbon, but it's not my favorite Stagg Jr. I think it's good. It's just,
I think it's good.
Yeah. So that's our thoughts. If you like it, please hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Have you tried a Stagg Jr? What is your favorite of all the batches? I mean, mine's still 12, though Chuck's 14 is pretty tasty.
14 was really nice.
Yeah, I think that might have been.
We haven't tasted them side by side. But.
Yeah, we haven't done that. So let us know and everything like that. And we'll see you next time.
Stay neat.